Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Russ back again with another Madden 19 career mode episode. This is episode number 11, and we are playing the Colts, and it is another wild game. I mean, last game was pretty crazy. If you guys did not see that one, I highly recommend you go check that one out. It was, at least for the last couple minutes, because I don't even get that game. I don't know what happened. Our entire offense showed up in that one, though. Our tight end, Mike Gesicki, Devontae Parker, Kenny Stills, Danny Amendola, all of them showed up, and this game is another one of those games that honestly, we really struggled with, man, but I consider ourselves the luckiest team in the league, man. I mean, we're 7-3 on the season. We're first place in the AFC East, up there in the entire AFC for seeding, and we are just, I don't even get it. We're not a 7-3 team. We should not have won some of the games that we have, but we've won them. Ultimately, is the deal. So 7-3 going into this game. We're trying to win in Indianapolis again. Devontae Parker's showing up. I've actually found a play that actually gets him open. So I'm starting to run that a little bit more. I am running just the Dolphins offense. I'm not switching the playbook. I haven't switched it the entire series. Actually, I think I may have changed it once, but I thought it was kind of cheating. So I went back to the normal Dolphins playbook. And even then, I think it was like only episode 1 or 2. Even I switched the playbook and just didn't feel right. But I'm finding some plays in this Dolphins playbook I like. That is not one of them. That was a horrible read by me. We do end up laying the hit stick, though. You know, even if I throw a pick, I go out there and I get that tackle. I tell you that much. But that was a horrible pick, man. I ended up looking for Kenny Stills early on the play, and he just wasn't there, and I thought he'd break back down, and Darius Leonard just played it perfectly. I should not have thrown it. But you know what, man? In career mode, I just throw whatever, honestly, sometimes. I'm going to throw a lot of picks. I've already thrown a lot of picks through, like, 9 games or so. I'm not sure how many games we've played so far. I think it's 10 or 11. I'm not sure. I can't remember if the games actually match up with the episodes or not. But, you know, either way, we're late in the season. Another pick to Malik Hooker. So one to Darius Leonard, one to Malik Hooker. Things just aren't going well. I mean, you guys can see it. We're just not moving the ball. We're down 13-3 at this point before half. We're usually not down by more than 2 scores. You know, usually when we are, we're toast, which is the bad thing. Usually it has to be a close game, and we're missing throws, man. Things just aren't looking that good. You know, we're not really able to run the ball at all. I mean, not usually are we, but usually I only run the ball when we're up, or pretty much only when we're up. So, I mean, Kenyon Drake is just not getting the ball right now. 1st and 10, looking for our guy, Kenny Stills, who's shown up in the past couple of weeks, finally, after being kind of, you know, off and on all season. Danny Amendola, oh my God. Mike Gesicki was wide open. How do I miss that throw? Danny Amendola, I've been hitting, honestly, a little bit less and less, is right here. I try to trust Devontae Parker on a jump ball, and it was just, it looked like he had absolutely no chance. But we end up throwing the pick right before half, and we end up getting no points. You know, we obviously could have thrown Blair Walsh out there for a probably like 47-yard field goal. I'm not sure where we were. But instead, I throw the pick in the end zone. That was just dumb. Right there, one of the Colts defenders gets injured, which is great, honestly. I mean, that sounds fucked up, but it's a video game. Come on. But that's great for us, honestly, right now, because they are getting a ton of pressure off the edge, and I think the Colts run a 3-4. Actually, I know they do. So John Simon is one of those guys that's been getting that pressure, so, you know, he's out of the game right now. We're 10 for 16, which isn't bad, for 190, which isn't bad as well, but 3 picks. That's not so good. That's definitely not put us in a good position. Our defense has actually played pretty well and held them, you know, since halftime. So 13-3 right now. Obviously, we're just trying to get a field goal, at least make it 1 score, just to make it, you know, come backable. That makes no sense. Just to make it easier for us to come back. Just get some points, man. Right there, probably should have been our 4th pick of the game. That was really bad. 10 for 17 now. Our stats are just getting worse and worse as we get sacked on 3rd and 15. That was dumb by me. I mean, I should have just tried to run forward and take less of a sack. Instead, I run backwards and make it pretty much impossible for us to kick a field goal. So now 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. What can we do? We need to put together some drives here. We need to not only put 1 together, we need to put 2 and possibly 3. Who knows? If one of them ends up in a field goal, we might be going to overtime. And right here, the play that Devontae Parker just for some reason keeps getting open on, gets him all the way down to the 1-yard line. Kenyon Drake tries to finish it off. He had a rushing touchdown last week, or was it the week before? I think it was the week before, actually. He had a rushing touchdown recently, and he wasn't able to get one there. Mike Gesicki bounces off his head. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. We roll around for a second before realizing they have nobody guarding us, man. I mean, why would they? We have 65 speed. But we do get in, but obviously our defense still needs to make the stop, so we're watching this with intensity. Hopefully our defense can actually make a stop. Please. 1st and 10. 2-yard rush by Marlon Mack. 2nd and 8. 3rd and 6. We get the ball back. Thank you, defense, man. You know, early in the season, they were on point. Lately, they've been kind of off. This game, we really need them. We got him, man. 55 seconds left, no timeouts. We need some big plays here, man. We need some huge plays. And we find Danny Amendola almost at midfield at the 48-yard line, looking farther down the field than I think I probably should. I was looking all the way at that streak. Luckily, I ended up getting rolled out, having to dump it off to Mike Gesicki. It ends up working out way better anyway. If I would have chucked that up, it would have just been awful. 17 seconds left, running with Kenyon Drake. Obviously in field goal range right now. Trying to get this, well, we're trying to win, obviously, but with no timeouts left, we're trying to be smart. At this point, I'm pretty much just taking my field goal. I run this play so I can roll out to the left and maybe throw it to Amendola, but the pressure was just too crazy. So with 2 seconds left, we end up throwing it away, and it is 13-10, about to be 13-13 going into overtime if Blair Walsh can make this field goal. Obviously, Adam Gase is like, all right, bro, you did what you could do. Let's just hope this motherfucker Blair Walsh don't fuck it up, okay? He ends up making it 47 yards. Blair Walsh has surprisingly been pretty solid for us at kicker. I don't even get it, man. But in OT, our defense makes a stop, and we get the ball. Actually, no, I think we got the ball at the start. We did get the ball at the start of overtime. So a touchdown right now wins. A field goal does not. So obviously, Blair Walsh, even if we get in his range, he still can't really win it. So 16 for 26. We haven't done great in this game, but we're trying to come up with this clutch drive. Again, we have no business even being in this game. I have no idea how the fuck this game is tied, and we're in overtime, but we are. We run the ball. They have nobody on us, man. They don't give a shit about us running the ball at all. 2 rushes, 17 yards, and a touchdown. 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. A minute 10. If this clock runs out, we tie. So, I mean, we could take a field goal theoretically, but we dive for the end zone, and we get it. What a fucking play, man. I did not think that I actually got in on that play, but we do. We get the touchdown in overtime, and again, we win a game that we definitely should not have won. I mean, we were down 13-3. I believe into the 4th quarter. Actually, I know we were down 13-3 by 2 scores. And with 3-minute quarters, we should not be able to come back. 3-minute quarters, down by 2 scores in the 4th quarter. The fucking Colts choked it, and Andrew Luck, you can suck it. Actually, I'm sorry, man. I actually kind of like Andrew Luck. You know, I'm rooting for him and the Colts in the playoffs, in the AFC playoffs. You guys, that game may have already been played by the time you guys see this, but I don't know. I don't got no problems against Andrew Luck. Kind of feel bad about that. But you know what? In this, he can suck it. I don't give a fuck. Dolphins versus Colts. We end up winning, thank God. We are 8-3 on the season. It is a very weird 8-3. It is honestly an undeserving 8-3, but it is what it is. We get the wins. We are clutch when we need to be. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and as always, I'm out. Peace.